Hello.
Hi,
Welcome
guys.
to episode 11.
God.
You're looking at it now. It's quite a long episode. It's fucking worth it, though.
It's a great chat. Sometimes we're mature, sometimes we're not, sometimes we talk shit.
This
I
one
hope you enjoy
is
it,
full
though.
on. Like, we go bosh, 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 bosh.
Also, special guest Demi.
We got Demi on the podcast. Demi was amazing as a guest.
Really
on the podcast.
good. Thank you so much.
She asked her own questions and answered a few of herself as well. We had loads of questions from people. We also talked for quite a length about working from home and remote working, and it was very mature.
Conversation.
So much adulting.
And then we also started and ended the podcast with a shot of Urbas.
So anything could happen. Please enjoy the episode. Like, subscribe, rate, do the thing, share, and we will see you in there. See you in the episode.
Enjoy it, ladies and gentlemen.
M, T and D.
Woo!
Here we are.
Episode 11
Oh my God.
of the M&T podcast. I love this time of week.
This time of week is good, and it's even more special this time because we have Demi in the house.
Special guest.
Special
Demi
guest
in the
Dems, staying with us for a couple of days, and we thought, why not get you on the pod? How are you feeling about being on the pod, first of all?
Very excited. It's my first podcast, so I'm glad that I'm doing it with you guys. The pros. If there is any podcast I would love to do, it's the M&T podcast.
No one has ever described us as pros.
Especially after last week when
Last
most
week,
of the
the
video
camera
was
didn't
black.
work.
Sorry
Camera
YouTube
didn't
people.
work, like- But I would say, compared to the last time we had a guest on, we are pros because there's a microphone and everything.
That is true.
Everyone's got their own
We
mics.
have very much improved on this, and that's good. As per Dem's request, we're actually starting the podcast a little differently this week with a shot of Yerbas. Normally we end on the Yerbas, but
Today we're doing both.
There's no reason
today
why
we're
we
going to do
won't
both.
end
Why
on
are
Urbas.
you making us doing a shot, Dem? Why?
Because we're in Spain, and there's no better shot to do in Spain than yerba.
Is Yerbas as big in the rest of Spain as it is in Ibiza, or is it
I
really
think
an
it's
Ibiza
an Ibiza
thing?
speciality, to be honest.
Tiff, love, please be careful of the laptop. Like, there will be no further podcasts if technology gets damaged.
Lyric. You need to calm down. Right, here we go.
Okay,
Here we go.
go.
All right,
There you
well,
are, friends.
Thank
and,
you.
Yeah, there we go. Back in the ice bucket. Cheers to episode 11.
episode 11,
M,
Demi's
T
in.
and D.
MT and D.
MT and D.
That sounds really dodgy.
It does, doesn't it? What would it mean?
Mm.
My tiny dick?
It's starting to go downhill already. We've not even had one shot of yerba.
I hadn't even swallowed. Oh God, that's what she said. Jesus
The
Christ.
tone has truly been set.
Oh yeah, it's dropped
All right.
drastically within the first 5 minutes.
Well, now we've had a shot, Matt. I think you need to open the wine.
Okay, I'll
Yep.
open the wine. While I'm doing that, can we get a bit of an intro with our guest? And like, what's your name? Where you come from?
Yeah. What's your name and where do you come from?
My name's Demi.
I brought it
I'm-
out here. He's gone to get the bottle opener, which is already out here.
Is it?
Well, I put it out here.
Anyway.
Sorry, Dems.
Alright. Domestics till after the podcast, please, guys.
Yeah. Sorry.
So my name's Demi. I was born in London, as you can tell by my accent.
Nah.
I don't know what you mean.
It's going to get progressively stronger as the wine goes down. I can almost guarantee that. I was brought up in Spain since I was 9, which is mainland Spain in Alicante. And I currently reside in Dubai, which is where I met you lovely people.
Yes, and you are fluent Spanish also,
Si.
which is very, very, yep, that's about as much, see. Every time we say see, we point to the sea. Eagle-eyed YouTube viewers will see
That I'm struggling.
that Matt is struggling with the wine, but also that it is another Magnum.
It is. I haven't opened it yet, but since we're on to the wine.
Do you want me to do it?
No, it's just particularly tough once I'm in there.
Sure, it's particularly tough.
It's called Secret de Angels.
So it's like Whispering Angels, but a cheap
Is that
version.
angels
It's
in
the
Spanish?
Yes.
They just missed the L off.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Is there any relation between this and Whispering Angels? I feel like Whispering Angel, the secret
of
of the
Angels.
Do you know what? It
Angels.
doesn't have any of that
This was
pretentious crap.
This was too cheap
on
to
the
be.
bottle.
This was too cheap to be any
It's
relation
a
to
Magnum
Whispering
that
Angels.
costs like €12.
Yeah,
Like,
it was. Oh no, it's €15 for a
all
Magnum.
I can tell you is that it's 12.5%. It is 150 centilitres, and it's going to be delightful
Well, I
once
hope so,
I've got
'cause
the damn thing open.
I'm already parched.
I am
I'm already
too.
parched. That's the issue. We are sat once again outside the front of our lovely little abode.
El Casio Benetio.
What do you think about El Casio Benetio?
Love El Casio Benetio. It's everything that I
first
dreamed it would
guest.
be.
First guest.
First guess.
Everything you thought it would
Everything I wanted.
be. Oh, that's
Love it.
nice.
So chill. Really nice. You've done it really well. I'm so proud of you guys.
Are you all right, love?
I might just have to dive in and...
Wow, I've never seen someone struggle with wine. Eduardo will not be happy with you, by the way.
That's okay.
Prince of
He
Santallaria.
doesn't watch or listen.
No, he
Anyone
doesn't.
would think it was your first.
This is not my
Magnum.
first rodeo.
Well, seems like it. The wine's probably warm. Oh, that is a plastic cork.
So I asked this earlier.
It didn't even pop, it just sort of fizzed.
It didn't even
I'll
pop.
tell you what, guys, I'm already feeling a little nervous that this isn't going to be...
And once again, we still have no wine glasses. Get over it.
It's got a good punt.
Oh.
The thing in the bottom of a wine bottle is
Can
called
you
a
just
punt.
make sure you're paying attention?
Is it not the deeper the punt, the better the wine?
It should be.
It's the deeper the punt, the more expensive the wine. There
But
you go,
it's
Demi.
because it's
Yeah.
a higher quality bottle, apparently.
Oh, it smells winey.
It's yeah.
Oh.
Should I
Do we actually need a?
I think we might need a
Let's
spritz.
try
I
it
think we need a
first.
spritz.
Try it
Let's try it
first.
first.
It could be.
Spritz worthy.
I've been drinking rosé since I arrived.
Put it back in
think-
the old. Also, I've got some very special additions to my ice bucket. I bought some new little. What are they called?
They're
When
kind of
you-
like ice packs,
Ice
aren't
packs,
they?
but
Like,
they're in the shape of a flamingo and a pineapple and a cactus.
and I hate
Cheers
them.
to the
Cheers,
Venus.
everyone. And
Thanks
honestly,
for
if
having
it's
me.
Right, let's see how it is. Smooth.
it's all right.
Could be smoother,
Do you want a spritz? Go on,
Okay.
Gaston.
please. I think so.
Garçon.
What are you talking?
Well, isn't that what like a waiter's called? Well, Matt's run off into the house and we're just going to talk shit for a bit.
How do you find the Secret of Angels?
I actually don't mind it. I feel like that's quite smooth. I thought it was going to be a bit more harsh on
Yeah.
the throat, but it's actually not. So I might not spritz it, which is also quite dangerous.
Very dangerous. So
Dangerous.
yeah, I asked this before,
No spritz,
but our
Paula.
listeners might not know. How much would you say a Magnum is compared to a regular bottle?
Oh,
How many glasses would you get compared to a normal?
this is a two-bottle
bottles of wine.
Magnum. So this is 1.5 litres of wine. Wunderbar.
Mm.
Yum, yum, yum. And it's all going to go down beautifully.
It is.
Well, now we've finally settled and actually with a drink, we can probably start a real conversation. That took
Yeah,
7 minutes,
7
guys.
minutes. So sorry.
Wow, we did do a shot though, so that's all right. Standard beginning of the podcast question. We'll ask Demi first. What have you been up to this week?
This week, I arrived in Ibiza on Wednesday. I've been staying in San Ann for a couple of days, and then I come and visited you guys yesterday.
Yeah, only yesterday.
Only yesterday I arrived. Feels like a lot longer than that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Could
I,
100% stay longer though.
I think we'll get on to sort of talking Ibiza and stuff, but how have you found it over here and sort of being back?
It's
Because you
very
obviously are
different.
familiar with Ibiza, how it normally is.
Yeah, so
How
I've
have
done
you found
3
it this year?
seasons in the past before. It's very different. I walked down the West End the other day and it's just completely shut. There's nobody about. It's weird, really. It's weird. It's like winter, how it is in the winter, but in the summer.
Yeah.
The good thing about it, I would say, is normally all of your friends that you do seasons with, it's mid-August, you would not get to see them. They're all working.
No time spent, yeah.
And working non-stop. You'd never get to see them unless you go to where they're working. But I've actually got to see, I've only been here a short amount of time and I've got to see so many people that I probably would not have seen had
Yeah.
the island been normal.
That's really good. That's a bit of a blessing in disguise.
Yeah,
And,
it's a positive way of looking at it, I think.
Definitely.
So, and I even said to them, like, you've got to look at it as in, like, when are you ever going to get a few days or weeks off in August in Ibiza? Ever.
Ever.
So if you look at it on that side of things, as long as it only lasts 1 year,
Yeah.
It-
Of
Yeah.
course. of
It's-
course.
It's a positive that you can find, but we don't want it to stay that way
No.
forever.
No, but it is lovely to see people like even us, like we've set with our friends here, Sarah and everyone, and like they're not so crazy busy 7 days a week, so you have time. I'm going to
Yeah.
sneeze. I'm really sorry. It might happen.
Would it be loud? Would it be
It
quiet?
might happen at any point, but I can feel it. But anyway, we get to see them at some point. Oh, it's creepy.
We've said a few times, haven't we, that like It could happen at any time, folks. Like, turn your volume down. If you're wearing AirPods right now, you're about to have your brain blown out.
Sorry.
Have you got a tool to edit out my laugh as well?
No,
No.
which is even better. You should.
These
God.
podcasts are unedited. You know what you signed up for when you subscribed to us, and thank
Very
you for
awkward.
subscribing.
Yeah.
If you have,
Thanks
if you
for being
haven't,
here.
fucking crack on. No, I think we've said moving here at a time like this obviously feels a bit strange, but there are lots of positives to find. Like, it's a much better environment to try and find a home and settle into a home and
100%.
get into a little bit of a routine in life. I think if life had been normal in Ibiza,
If parties had been on, I'd have been
simply
out.
because of the
Yeah.
amount of
Later.
parties
You'd have
that
treated it
Tiff-
more as like a holiday
Yeah.
initially, I suppose.
Too
wouldn't
much
you?
holiday.
So I think actually it's a bit of a blessing, because if next summer is back to normal, and hopefully it will be, at that point we would have been here best part of a year, and so those
Things-
sorts of things are settled and we're in, and
Yes.
if we do want to go and party, it's not going to get in the way of getting sort of some life admin done and things like that. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
it's actually,
And
like we said, a
Tiff,
bit of a
you're
blessing.
settled with a job as well.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's
hopefully
worked
that
out
will
really well.
calm the fuck down at some point. That would be nice.
Well, then Tifla, let's move on to you. How's your work been? That's
That's
subliminal.
it. You don't even have to
slip
say
there.
week. It's just how's your work been?
How has your week been?
It's been work. No, it's been really good, and we've done a lot of cool things. We went up to the Ink House this week and did some product photography. We got some new products to bring home, which is very exciting.
and they're so beautiful.
And work in general, and I got a really big part, like a really big thing done, and it was, a big important thing, and like loads of like back end website stuff. It's so geeky and so boring, but I've got a spreadsheet and I love it, and so it's absolutely fine.
God.
There's no one I know in this world that loves spreadsheets more than Tiff.
I don't
The only
think
person I know that does
I'm
is
probably
John
the
Ashmore.
geekiest person in Ibiza.
But you know what? That means that you get shit did. And that's why you're doing very well in your job.
Exactly.
Because
Very
you're
proud
a
of you.
grafter
Thank you.
and a bit of a geek. And so you get shit done where probably other
Good
people
combo.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
Great combo.
Yeah, good combo. I just need to, stop getting drunk and then trying to do my work. That might
So
help.
yeah, we did the Ink House. We also went to Fatboy Slim for the second time this week.
Oh God, yeah, of
Yes.
course. So
Stayed at Ibiza Rocks Hotel.
in a room, we got a room this time because guess what? You can dance on your own balcony. Oh,
We said this when we were
yeah.
there. Like,
It was so
If
good.
you-
No, I wish I should have got it one day earlier and I could have
Yes,
come with
that
you.
would have been
Yeah.
amazing because they're 3 bedrooms as well.
so like, all of these people are paying like quite a lot of money. Minimum spend is quite high on the
125
beds,
euros.
and that's the way that you get down onto the floor and stuff.
I
But
would've
you can't
liked to-
dance down there.
I would have liked a dip though in the pool.
A dip would be
So
lovely.
it was cheaper to get a hotel room.
Well, we got a bit of a deal.
It was for us because of
Bit of a
mates
big deal in
rates and
Ibiza.
stuff.
Mate,
Rocks, aren't you?
oh yeah. Well, we're just a big deal.
But
No,
we did say if Ibiza Rocks sort of tried to encourage fill the rooms, right? Because we said this while we were here. I think maybe I spoke to Ed about it more than
yeah, you did. We were there.
But the shape of the hotel. Like if you
Yeah.
filled those rooms and people were on their balconies and were able to sort of let loose a bit more and have a bit of a dance
Would've
and
been a
drink
great
a lot in
vibe,
their
It'd
room
actually
and
been
stuff.
more of a vibe.
Yeah.
And sort of for Fatboy Sim to maybe to perform to the balconies.
We had a business idea.
Did we?
We did. On the day, we had a business idea.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So, if everybody booked a room instead of a bed on the floor, we would sell party packs to each room, which include like a strobe light coming from the back of them, drinks, food, party
Love
pack.
it.
And so each room would be like this mini
Yeah, because
disco all on its own.
Every room would be sort of
And then the
flashing
lights.
So
and
like the
stuff.
disco lights. in the
Yeah, you could have like
background.
a
yeah,
smoke,
love that.
smoke
love
machine.
it.
So as you
some
look around the
lasers.
hotel, it would look busy. It would
look
look
raving.
ravey, and like, but
I thought that was a good business plan.
Very
that's
good.
what we thought. That's if
Very
anybody in
Do you
Ibiza
actually
Rocks
remember
is,
that now or
I
no?
do, yeah.
Right, okay.
If anybody at Ibiza Rocks is listening and wants to use that idea, you're welcome. You can have that one for free.
Yeah, use it. I think that would be great. Imagine if you booked a room and then you're like, oh, do you want the party pack for Fatboy Slim tonight? And they're like, oh my God, what is that? Well, you get disco balls, lasers, smoke machine, drinks and food, all to
Yeah,
your room
and we'll
for
bring
this
it to your
amount of
room.
money.
Like
We'll
bring
set it
to,
up for you.
Yeah, great idea.
Would be awesome, wouldn't
That
it?
would be so cool.
I mean,
Yeah, I've been to Ibiza Rocks before, and I think it was for Bongo's Bingo, and people on the balcony just
Having a
seemed
rave.
like they were having a
So
mu-
a lot
like,
of the time
you were
people are
obviously
having
having a good time no matter where you are, but if all the balconies are full up like they would be in
Yeah.
that case, it's just such a
I think
vibe.
And
Any
especially in
time
this
you-
time, you can't dance anywhere else,
I
but they
know,
can't
yeah,
stop you
so-
dancing on your balcony.
No, because technically you're dancing around people that you're already with, so you can't do the whole breaking social
There's
distance.
no need.
And
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun, and that was kind of the break, kind of midweek that I kind of need. I think
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I do like solid Monday, most of day like Tuesday. If I get a bit of a break on Tuesday or Wednesday, and then I do solid. It kind of breaks up my week and feels a bit more like I live in Ibiza and I don't just sit at a desk for 14
And
hours a
it's
day.
August.
And
in
it's
Ibiza.
August in Ibiza. So it's a bit mad.
It's hot. It's hot at the moment, isn't it?
Oh.
Speaking of August, it is hot.
Oh,
Wow.
it's hot. It could be too hot.
I mean, we all know each other from Dubai.
Yeah, Dubai-
and that's hot.
It's a different heat.
And
It
like,
is
I think we
hotter
shouldn't
in
be
Dubai.
complaining because that's a different level of hotness. But it is hot.
But you don't
can't
have to go
deny it.
outside in Dubai,
And
do you?
that's- I think that's
and
the-
you're in aircon all the time.
All the time.
That's the main thing. Like Dubai is hotter and more humid, but you spend zero time in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it really made me realise how
Oh, cat.
little amount of time.
I saw a cat. Sorry.
Yeah, every now and again, Tiff might just scream cat. That's not her.
Because
thing. But there are a few cats that live on the grounds here, and they do just walk through our
Elsa's wandering
garden.
around. There you go, Elsa. Go on, mate.
Aww.
But yeah,
Name
it does
them.
make me realise how very little time that you spend outside in Dubai.
Yes.
Because you don't actually complain about the heat as much as I probably do here, but because we live outside here, we're always in
Yeah,
the garden,
always
at the beach,
outside.
outside.
And
we
the
work
aircon's on full blast
In Dubai.
all the
Everywhere.
time,
Everywhere.
everywhere. You only ever really, you're in your house, you get in a taxi, and then wherever you're at is got aircon in it. So you're only really outside for a very short amount of time.
Yeah, you don't
And
need
within
it.
that time, you'd stop sweating because you're back in aircon
Yeah.
again.
People would always joke that like you'd go back to the UK and they'd go, "I thought you lived in a hot country. Where's your tan?" And you'd be like, "Are you kidding? I never go outside. I
It
don't
says
go out
it's
in that."
49 degrees, feels like 61. I'm not going out.
Yeah.
But
I'm
even
not
if you
going out.
do, I always find you don't get as good of a suntan in Dubai.
You need like
than
low
do
and slow.
here.
You need slow cooking.
Mediterranean suntans are better.
You can't beat it. We went to the beach, what, for 2-3 hours earlier?
Literally today, we
Literally
just got back.
sunburn. If we'd have done that in Dubai, gone to the beach for 2-3 hours,
You wouldn't have a
You
tan,
wouldn't
would
even
ya?
notice that you've
No.
been.
No.
Wouldn't even notice.
That
I don't know what it
very-
is. I think it's the dust in the air.
Yeah.
Something what it is in
Probably,
Dubai
yeah.
that stops the
That's
UV
true.
rays.
It's such a different
different.
feeling, isn't it?
Scientist Demi here knows exactly what it is.
Absolutely.
She has
Meteorologist
got all
Demi.
of the answers.
I love a
But
suntan.
it does feel hot. It is mid-August.
It is hot though, isn't it?
I am looking forward to maybe 3 or
hot.
4 weeks from now where it's sort of people start to say it does sort of chill a little bit. I don't want it to be cold ever, but
Oh, it's going to be cold in winter and I'm going to die.
I can't wait to do the
I'm
podcast.
not-
Central
in
I'm
heating
winter.
though,
I'll be-
guys. You guys have got it covered already.
Yeah, we do have central heating,
Central
but I will be
heating.
podcasting under the duvet in bed
I can't wait to compare
with a cup of cocoa.
summer podcast compared where we sit in the garden to winter podcast huddled around the fire.
Oh, we do.
Oh, yeah, just to give a
we-
visualization,
we
there is
could-
a fireplace
Yeah,
inside,
we could-
along with central heating. You guys are
gonna be
covered.
lovely.
Everyone's going to be coming to you for
We
a
can
bit of
Winter
set us up in the
retreats.
winter.
It gets seriously cold in Spain in the
Oh,
winter.
don't them.
But you'd be fine.
Thank you. That's
You'd
all I
be
need.
great.
Oh my god.
And
What-
it won't be wine, it'll be fucking hot chocolates.
we'll
Bailey's
do,
hot
we'll do
chocolate.
hot
Be
wine.
laid with
Oh, mulled
Bailey's.
wine. Mulled wine podcast.
Mulled wine podcast.
Can we
Oh,
not? all-
Festive podcast.
That's
Why are
that
we
is
talking
themes.
about Christmas?
Oh my god, but it is Christmas soon though,
It's
isn't it?
August.
Fuck it, it's Christmas. In England, Quality Street boxes are in the supermarkets.
Yeah, £4.
It's not even Halloween yet.
Oh yeah, you got to get past Halloween first. I hate Halloween. Anyway,
Too many
different
spiders.
thing. Too many spiders. Can't deal. Anyway, what
We-
has your week been like?
So my
20
week-
minutes later.
So my week, I was just sort of looking through. This is how I sort of remember what my week is. I look at what our daily videos have been, and therefore what have we been up to and where have we been. I would say the biggest thing in my week is that last Sunday, so the day after our last podcast, I made a little video in Ibiza town. And I went into Ibiza town, made a little edit,
I was working.
did some filming. I spent all afternoon in Ibiza town. It was lovely. I put that out on YouTube, and it's been really, really popular, and people have given really positive feedback to it. And so this week, I've actually, dare I say it, I've been like working. I've been talking with clients and people who want to make content and who like the videos and want some made for themselves and stuff. So
I'm
this
really
week's
proud
been
of you for that because that's like this. Well, it's your degree. You got a degree in this.
yeah,
And
15 years ago.
15 years ago, you got a degree, and now you're using it.
Yeah.
How wonderful.
Amazing.
It does feel good. I really like it. So I
And is that not
enjoy
why
it.
you come here to pursue dreams?
Living the dream.
Well, exactly. We came here. Well, for me particularly, there was no real agenda. It was come here and just do what I want to do.
You
And
deserve
what
it though. You deserve the chill. You deserve to just have a little time off. Don't put too much pressure on yourself.
That's
Just enjoy
exactly what
yourself.
I've been saying as well. Because Matt's like, I want to get up in the morning and I want to sit down and discuss what the day's plan is. I'm like, your day's plan shouldn't be a plan. You've worked for
Just enjoy
Apple
yourself.
for 12 years. Like, sit in the garden for an hour. Like, you don't need. But I know how you feel, and I know that you want to contribute and feel like you're doing something. But the whole plan was for you to not do anything for a while.
And
No, it's just
also, can I
difficult
just
though,
say,
isn't it?
you guys have uploaded vlogs every single day.
And that's all Matt. Matt
For the
edits
last,
every day.
what episode are you on now? Episode
41.
41.
41 days straight of filming, editing, uploading.
Sorry,
That's
2 out of 3 glasses are empty, so we're going to deal with this.
dedicated.
Carry on.
That's dedication, that is.
It is,
Not
isn't
many
it?
people have that kind of dedication.
Do you know what? That sometimes feels like full-time work.
Yeah, of course it would.
Because
Also, I have a question for you guys then.
Go
The
for it,
first
ask it.
question. What is your plan with the vlogs? So you're on
Oh,
episode
good,
41.
Good question. We have been discussing this week.
We have. Where's that?
I will also like to top up since you have it in your
Oh,
hands. Yeah, we've been.
Hold on, down it. Whoa.
Sorry, I needed to finish my wine. We've talked about the vlog a little bit this
That's
week
why the tea
because
towel
I
is
am
there.
really conscious that while people are enjoying a daily video and things like that, the more we settle into life here, that almost the harder it is to make daily content without it just becoming really, really repetitive. And while we do get some great feedback and great comments, particularly this week from some people to say, do you know what, we love seeing normal life and things, it does feel difficult. So I've put it out there that maybe we get to 50 episodes and then from then on it stops being daily, but we still do maybe 1 or 2 a week.
And then basically we change our theme for being, because it's all titled Moving to Ibiza. Maybe we then change and do a new series like Living in Ibiza
Yeah.
instead of Moving to. But like,
I like
if you're
it.
listening to the pod and you like the daily stuff, tell us. We
But
might
it's
It's
carry
good,
on.
but I mean, it's hard to upkeep doing
Yes.
something every
Well,
day.
listen,
Like,
I
I
mean-
mean, the majority of people will have a day doing absolutely nothing.
Well, you know me, I sit at that desk for
Yeah. I mean,
start till
it's-
finish.
it's
Don't
not that
shower,
we have to,
only just eat.
we don't really yet have to like force ourselves to do anything just to be entertaining. The reality is though, I'm concerned that it will get a bit repetitive and boring, and I would rather stop and only upload interesting things than people go, oh, this is a bit dry and I'm a bit bored, and sort of switch off. But like you said, Tiff, if
Yes,
I know I
Matt?
never use your name.
What was that?
Like you said, dickhead, if there are people listening now that are like, oh, no, please, just like keep the daily videos going, we don't care how boring they are, then fuck it, please tell us and we'll just keep doing it. Like, I will literally just vlog myself lying on the sofa.
With that said, I am vlogging now because I realised that we don't have any.
We have no content
we
for
haven't-
today.
we haven't told anyone that we're doing the podcast, so we're currently mid podcast and we're vlog. This is like vlogception, podcastception.
But this is what people do. Like right now then, we're making 2 types of content. And it does
done
get
the
hard
beach.
work.
We done the beach.
Yeah,
didn't
we videoed when we were down at the beach, which was lovely.
I want
by
to
the
say
way.
the first time there's you two both in the shot at
Oh,
one
yeah.
time.
Yeah, we had a little, for one shot on today's
One
vlog,
shot only.
we had a cameraman, which means you get
Wonderful.
both of us on shot, which never happens.
Never
And they say
happens.
freeze a crowd, hey?
Works for us. Oh dear. So yeah, so this week has been pretty busy and fun.
I
and
feel like we say
amazing.
it every week, but I'm kind of glad that it is. I think a lot of people, including maybe myself, had concerns that we were going to come here and just like be on holiday and not really get up to much. And I'm actually kind of glad that on a daily basis people do see, actually we're constantly doing something, and you're working so hard
You are
and
working
flat
very
out,
hard,
and
Tiff,
like,
are.
My brain hurts.
well then you
I think
you
that's-
deserve the
that's
weekend.
why I
then.
drink.
You deserve to
I
switch
think
off.
today I gave myself Saturday. I know tomorrow that I've got a lot of work to do. So I'm on 6 days at the moment.
Yeah.
which is down from 7 days last week. So
Yeah.
I've brought it down. I did about 3 hours work this morning, but it's fine.
I'm definitely kind of learning that the whole working for yourself, working from home, working remotely, which a lot of people see is like the dream, that's
DOS.
the goal. People need to, I think what I can say I've learned from it, and people maybe need to realise, is that also potentially means you will work more. And longer.
Also,
and you need to be okay with that. So you need to make sure
it's
what
becoming
it
a
is
reality now for more people
Yes.
than any.
Yeah.
Like
yes.
a few of my friends work in central London, and now all of them are working from home, and they're doing well. Like the work is getting done.
Yeah.
They're at home, and I think it's going to massively change how London
people work.
city centre London
yeah,
work.
we said this, didn't we?
We were
Yeah.
talking about
yesterday?
this last night.
100% think that's really going to change
Because
it.
it could really not kill central London, but it could really affect central London. And as long as you're a motivated person, and it is a certain type of person that can work,
and
from
not
home,
everybody can do it.
No,
Not all
'cause
businesses
people need
can
someone
do it,
looking
just fair
over their
enough.
shoulder a lot of the time.
Yeah, and this is it. That everybody's different.
But if you're a motivated person, I think you can work from home and get more done in less time, and that gives you more time for yourself. And then what's wrong with that? Absolutely nothing.
no,
Like, it's the
No.
best
I
thing.
think a lot of people are learning that they're more productive
Yeah,
working
and
on
like
their,
you
at
say,
their own
work
time.
longer as well.
But
Well,
also,
Tiff definitely
I'm more
does.
productive. I'm more productive working from 6 a.m. in the morning
If you had
than
to
I
do
am from
this,
9 a.m.
if you had to do what you do, but at an office, and that's the only difference, is like a lot
A
of
space.
companies and employers, they want you to come to work,
Yeah.
clock in, so because that's just what is normal. But if you had to do that, I don't think you'd get anywhere near as much done, because like you say, you wake up at 6, and actually that is a really good time for you, because
Yeah,
you like the
morning's
peace and
so
quiet. You get
productive.
yourself a coffee and you smash
I'm
out
so productive.
so much work.
6 till 9 a.m. I do probably double the work I do in it.
And
Like
see, most
my
people-
hourly output is probably double what it is
Yeah.
any
Yeah,
time.
and so most people, if you worked in an office,
Yeah.
you
couldn't
don't
get
go
in
in
before
until
9.
You'd lose that hour
Yeah.
anyway. So say you wake up at 6, you have to
Travelling.
be even if you have to, which is unheard of, but if you have to be at the office at 7, you've lost from 6 till 7
Yeah.
of productivity.
But
when
also,
you could've
I
just been
don't
working.
shower.
Well, this is the thing. Working from home, you don't have a shower.
I
You
literally
don't
just
put on nice
Put my
clothes.
little house dress on and I sit there and I work.
Do you know,
But you
one
know
of my
what?
favourite things is like the working from home attire when like you've got a shirt on, but then like,
Well, lots-
like
I don't
just
even do
pyjama
that.
bottoms on
Lots of
underneath.
people
I
got into
love
that during lockdown, didn't they?
Yeah.
Where you put a decent shirt or top on because you're going to be on Skype or on Zoom or whatever. But yeah, you just leave the pyjama bottoms on and you just
Oh,
And
don't.
then
yeah.
a few of them where they're like kids have walked into the room and
yeah.
they like started running around behind
Yeah,
them and they're trying to
amazing.
sort them out. That's funny.
It's just silly. And I do think work from home is a thing that will take off.
Yeah.
It's just, but also, yeah, it depends on the management, doesn't it? People have to trust people.
I think companies are going to have to learn, especially with like a younger generation. They're going to be more used to this. Imagine there are some people that maybe the younger people. This makes me sound really old.
You are
But
right.
if they have only just started working.
Oh, hold on, Dem. How old are you?
26.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck.
Oh, jeez. So I'm 30.
Count
Matt-
me in the younger people.
You are
But
younger people.
There will be people that will only ever really know that this kind of work is possible. Older generations find this, I think, really, really bizarre because, well, how do you think you're going to get work done? I have to commute. I have to get up and put my work attire on and go into the place
Your
where I
dad's
be.
quite good.
My dad's doing really well. I'm really pleased for my dad because
My mum
he's
doesn't want to go
smashing
back
it.
to the office. She's like, I'm refusing.
No,
I'm like, go,
but most of
mum.
my friends don't want to. They're like, well, I don't see the point.
I don't
What
see
is
the point.
You're still reaching
You're
your
saving
targets.
thousands a year
Yeah.
on transport.
How much is your dad's?
My dad's like train ticket costs thousands a
Like
year.
£9,000 or something.
Like,
Imagine.
I guarantee he's getting more done in his home
Tim's
office.
listening and
Yeah.
going, it ain't 9,000. Sorry, Tim. I don't know how much it is, but it's many.
I'm already
thousand.
waiting for him to say, this is how much it costs me, actually.
Oh, he'll comment
Because
as
he
well.
budgets for
Sorry,
it on
Tim.
the daily. But I absolutely swear he's probably more productive. He's getting to spend more time at home with my mum. He gets to go for walks.
No. Because your mum's like, he's in the office.
Well, she doesn't see him. But his commute,
Come down.
rather than an hour and a half out of London, sometimes trains
He
are
goes for
cancelled
a
together.
walk instead.
But he just comes
So
downstairs
then
and
he's
he can...
healthier as well.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
exactly.
Ticking all the
I
boxes.
just think
isn't
it's
it,
better
really?
for everybody. Why Why travel?
Do you know what? I think it's going to make a massive difference, and like the impact that we're potentially going to see in the next few years is most people live in central London. I'm going back to London here, but
It's
most
alright.
people live in central London to be closer to their work,
Yeah.
so that the commute isn't as long.
And it's expensive. Isn't
And
it?
it's expensive, yeah. So
Yeah,
the
so
houses
everyone
are a
lives in
lot more
small
expensive.
places,
So
yeah.
now, with people knowing that they can work from home, they're going to be broadening their horizons and moving out further, where they
That's
can get
clever.
more money for their more house and more property, more land for their
That's
money.
really clever.
And is that then going to impact how much cheaper the places are?
So the whole property
Out
market
of
is
the
in
city.
jeopardy.
Bec-
So is
well,
it going to
because-
completely change?
Demi
then?
said it here.
I've predicted it.
22nd of August. Demi has said it.
Well, this is it.
Housing.
I think
It's
it's
going to
such a good
regulate,
idea.
and if
actually
the houses
think
are
you're
going
right.
to be probably not quite as similar, but
Well, if
they're
it
going to
turns
have
out-
to go up slightly because they're
I
going to get
think
more and more
you're
popular
right.
because
I think you're
people
right.
are going to get
Yeah,
a lot more
if it
for
turns
their
out
money.
you can get just as much work done living in a big property in the middle of the countryside where you don't have to leave home.
And even if you have to go to the office once a week, I mean, you can
nothing.
travel that
Yeah.
2
Exactly,
hours,
once a
3
week's
hours
no
that it
big
is
deal,
once
is
a
it?
week. It's not going to be a big
Yeah.
difference to your
So
life,
the
is it?
further out,
If you're living in
especially-
a massive apartment or a massive building or a massive beautiful mansion, then you're not really going to bother about going into London once
No.
a
I
week.
just say
are
this
you?
is potentially the most mature.
This is.
And,
Oh,
like,
I can't
grown
believe
up.
that I've
can
bought
you
the
drink
most
some more
mature.
wine, please?
I
Jesus
know.
fuck.
We are talking about
This is mature.
lifestyle.
How is this the
and
most
do need to-
mature?
it is
Me,
quite
I've already
really
been warned
mature.
not to say anything
We need to
stupid,
drink
so I
more.
think this is.
We need to drink more.
We need
Come
to
on,
drink
people.
more. I need to burp into a microphone, and someone
I
needs
was
to
going to
ask a
ask who's
stupid
going to be the first to.
Well, I
because
don't think I'm going to sneeze anymore, so I think we're
Well,
okay.
if you
Who's going to
haven't,
be the most vulgar
you have held
first?
that back really well.
I did
We
really
started
well.
on such a low as well. We started on such a. We've already lowered the tone.
Yeah, we did lower the tone,
And then
but
we
then
regulated it, and now we're all mature
Guys,
adults.
any regular listeners, I'm sorry for our
I know
normality.
if people are tuning in and going, "Oh, well, this isn't the usual
This is shit, isn't it? This is
I was-
absolute shit.
I was-
Okay, so can I do a random question
Do
then?
a random question. Go
All
for
right.
it.
It was to us, but I'll put it out to anyone. Apart from each other, who would you want to be stuck in a lift with for a day, and why? And obviously,
Nuno.
I actually wouldn't want to be stuck with you at all.
Ricky Gervais.
Robert
God.
Downey Jr.
Oh God.
He'd be a bit much, I think. Actually.
I think Robert Downey Jr. after about 30 to 45 minutes, you'd go.
I thought you were like
"Ooh."
30 to 45 shots.
Well, yeah. Well, 30 to 45 shots.
You might die.
I think everybody does, don't they?
I'm going to throw Beyonce out there, obviously, because
What do you think would happen?
I would probably freeze. I'd be like,
she'd
"I love
really
you."
appreciate that.
Yeah, she would. It would be
Stuck in a
terrible
lift.
lift company for
Yeah,
Beyonce.
you need to be a good lift company.
As long as Solange ain't in there. I think
Oh
we're
God!
fine.
I'm going to put it out there. I have no idea what you're talking about.
She went for
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z in the lift.
Come on,
there's a whole
Matthew.
fucking video, man.
Come on, Matthew. This is big news.
Oh, it's definitely a different tone to this podcast. isn't it?
Anyway, so who would you?
I'm
Does
going-
Nuno be better?
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais would be funny. He might be a bit intense.
But I love Ricky Gervais.
Can I be in there with Tim Minchin as long as he has a piano?
You want to be stuck
How
in
big is your lift?
Very
Yeah,
big.
Tim Minchin just happens to be moving his piano from one floor to another.
No one said anything about the situation. I can make up the scenario.
true.
So you want to be privately serenaded by Tim Minchin? Because I can imagine he'll go, do you know what? We'll pass the time. Tiffany,
he'll
stranger who I've just met.
he'll make a
Do you want me
song
to
about me.
do you want me to just sing a song
He'll
for
write a
you?
whole song about me
Oh,
in that
that-
time.
We've had a whole day of pretend scenarios that
Yeah.
aren't really gonna
Yeah.
maybe not ever come true. I mean, we've already spent how much millions in the lottery that we've not
Oh,
won
yeah,
yet?
we won the Euro
it's
Millions
It's a
earlier.
rollover in the Euro Millions in Europe, obviously.
Where do you
Where
say?
does the Euro Millions take place?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's £109 million on Tuesday.
And we did decide that we'd give all of our friends and family 500,000.
You've
each.
just said that on a podcast.
You can't take that back.
Oh
Tiff.
no!
You can't. You've now said that.
250,000 each.
25 quid
Each.
for every listener and subscriber.
Nine
Share
of
with your
them.
friends. I'll give all of you a fiver.
Would you still podcast if you won 109
I think so.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how many people would then want to
Your podcast would be so different, wouldn't they?
Would be
Imagine I'm
like-
podcasted on my yacht,
Yes, here we are
instead of
today.
what have
being
you
serenaded.
what have you been up to this week? It'll be what have you bought this week? Well, I've got 3 more yachts.
It would be so dickheady, and I think
It
I'd
would be
hate
so
it.
dickheady.
We enjoy listening to our own podcast after we've made the podcast.
Yeah.
Because it's funny, but we'd just think we were absolute
I'd listen to
dicks.
it and go, oh, you've changed.
You
Yeah.
need therapy. So you had Beyonce, you had Nuno,
No, Ricky Gervais.
Oh, okay,
And you've got Tim Minchin with the piano.
or Robert Downey
Or
Jr.
Robert Downey
Will
Jr.
Smith might be fun.
Oh, Will Smith would be great.
Really
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
I think because... Do you know what? New one,
Oh,
Oh,
Fatboy Slim.
careful. Oh, he's such a nice guy.
he's
I'm going to
so
throw it out
nice.
there. I'm going to... Fatboy Slim, stuck in an elevator with him because he's
You
just
go,
such
do you
a
remember
nice
me
guy.
from the balcony last week?
Yeah, this is our
Exactly.
selfie we got. At
Remember
least
this selfie I
I
took
need a
with you?
battery pack. Can I just share my lift with a battery pack? That's all I need.
Oh, you're so boring. Can
Yeah,
I
the
just
lift
share
has
my
no
lift with
power
WhatsApp?
yet. We can charge your phone. No
Yeah,
problem.
that's what I need. Yeah,
And
that's
and
what
the
I need.
piano.
And the piano because it's an electric piano.
Can I throw a random question out?
Oh, drop the
If
water.
Tifla stops just like
Wanna
being a
top
yob
up
and kicking
anyway,
things
'cause-
around. Random
Strong
question.
wine.
This one came from somebody on Instagram called Mason E. But then when I looked at what her name was, it's Ems. So I don't know whether her name's Emma,
I reckon
Mason,
Emma
Ems.
Mason.
Emma Mason, could be.
Could be a joint
Anyway,
account. Could
she
be
would
two.
like to know, can you guys do any kind of impression?
No,
No.
Oh, that's the thing with me, isn't it?
I thought this, it made me giggle to myself because
I hate
hilariously,
it so much.
Tiff, and
I
we
hate
talked
it.
about this on a previous podcast actually, Tiff refuses ever
I hate to
to
make-
even do an impression of an animal.
No, I
If you
can't
said to
stand
her
it.
now, bark like a dog,
No,
she will
oh,
refuse.
God, no, it like
Really?
hurts me to my core. No,
She refuses to make a noise like a
like would you make a noise like a turkey? No, exactly.
It's weird, isn't it?
Make
So
a
you-
noise like a
I
turkey.
See, I have no problem with it. And last week on the podcast, I did Donald Duck, and I thought I did quite well.
You did very well.
Like, you don't even have to say anything; you just go.
That was so good.
That's like.
Sorry, everyone.
It's fine.
Here-
My laugh is worse than yours, so don't worry about that.
But that is the only impression I can do. I think.
But I think impressions also lead into accents, and you do a very good Brummie accent.
Oh,
do.
yeah, you do.
Go on.
Well, it's because I used to live there,
Oh,
and like, and when I spend time with people, they talk like that.
Oh
it
my
just
God,
really
no.
kicks in. I can't help it.
Mm.
It's just what happens.
hate
I've
it.
met
It's-
somebody
it's really
from the
good.
Black Country who says that my Black Country accent is better than theirs,
And they're from there.
and they're from there. Yeah, it's a bit strange.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't
not-
help it. It just
Impressions
kicks
I
in.
can't deal. I can't do it because I think my issue is I don't like to look stupid.
You don't want to do it wrong.
Yes,
You don't want to.
I don't like being told off. I don't like to do things wrong. Like that's my I have a real
So you.
issue.
So.
I also
you know,
don't like knowing. I think that if there's a name for this, I don't like not knowing where the toilets are in a restaurant.
Is that a phobia?
I think it's a thing. It
Is
freaks
it?
me out.
Well, you don't want to be that person who's looking.
But it
you don't
freaks
want to
me
walk
out.
somewhere and like.
I think it's a real thing, and I think someone might relate to this, and I'm putting it out there. It actually
Listeners?
fears me.
It fears you.
Yeah.
Is that a saying?
Yes, and I'm
It
going to make it
fears
one.
you.
I don't like not knowing where the toilets are in a place. I don't know why. It's weird. I know that, but I find that
Wow.
really strange, and I've thought that a lot over the past couple of weeks. So we go to all these new places, and I have to figure things out for myself, and I'm just like, I'm not sure about this.
interesting.
Wow. I'm learning more and more about you, love.
And how do you feel about it? Do you want a divorce?
Well, what? But just because you want to know where the bog is?
Bog is a horrible word. Please
bog is
don't use it. Absolutely
So when you
not.
walk into a place, do you like deliberately sort of?
Not when I
have a
walk
quick
in,
look-
but if I
quick
sit
scan
down,
of the room?
I do scan because I'm just like I don't know where the toilets are.
Are you worried that people that are sitting down are going to look at you and think she doesn't know where the toilet is?
Well, I don't know. I
You
just
don't want to
Or
walk around
what's
aimlessly.
What's the
and-
scary?
I just don't want to walk around aimlessly. I don't want to know because I'm so confident in so many things. I don't want to get up and not know where I'm going. I don't know what. It's so weird, and I understand.
You don't want to look lost, and people go, "Are you all right?"
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
want-
I'm just.
I also
really
don't want
desperate.
anyone else to speak to me, so I just want to know where I'm going.
All right. Well, then, any listeners who own a restaurant or cafe, if we walk in at any
Please
point,
just-
please
oh,
just
no,
point us straight to
someone's
the
gonna
toilet
do
straight
that,
away.
aren't they? Someone's
Just so
gonna
you
do
know,
it. We're going to a
Tiffler,
bar.
toilets are there.
What's
Oh.
going to happen?
I
It
thought
is.
I'd bring that up in confidence and then putting
In
out.
confidence, you did it on a podcast, you bellend. I brought it
This
up in
is a
confidence. You just put it out to the
Oh,
universe.
I thought
that-
no. I
or
just
is it
thought,
because
no? I just thought you'd be sympathetic, and that's not happened.
I'm not sympathetic.
No,
That's
absolutely not. Everyone's shaking their head.
I just think that
Tiff
is
laugh.
pathetic.
Sorry, hon.
Okay, sorry, Han.
Right, shall we just dive into questions?
Yes,
Are we
let's go.
driving?
We're
Drive.
Can
Drive
we
into
check-
questions.
Can we check the battery on the camera, please? Because I'm sorry, YouTubers that had to deal with last week and we had no battery on the camera. I'd say we're about.
Not like it was the longest podcast and you wasn't already prepared.
You're good. It's still full battery.
You don't want to change it just in case it is? Okay, well, sorry in advance if this happens.
Listen, every
We're
time
here
that
for
it's
you.
happened, I've put it on the YouTube video. It was Matt's fault. So if it's
Yeah,
shit,
they know
blame
that,
me.
but people still want to watch it. Right, so you're going to dive into a question. Who's got a question?
I've got one question.
Oh, go on
Go
then.
for it, Demi, please.
Okay. So, my question is from. Do we say who the question's
Yeah,
from, or is it
absolutely.
anonymous?
No, not anonymous.
So my question
Rat
is
'em
from Ross. Ross O'Shea.
Hi, Ross.
Does cinnamon and gin work well together?
Oh, it's Ross!
It's Ross.
Oh, it's Ross. Oh, what a great question. Yes, Ross,
Yes.
it does.
Okay, bit of backstory.
Backstory. Do you want to go into it?
You
Okay, so Ross used to show up to the villa parties in Dubai with a bag of cinnamon sticks and a posh gin, and he just made the most delightful gin and tonics.
Yeah, there was.
But he always had to have a cinnamon stick. We once sent you out for cinnamon sticks, didn't we, Matt?
Yeah, I didn't come back with any though.
No, bullshit.
I literally went. It's because we went out
You went to
like
the
to the little
corner store.
little corner
Bicycle
shop, and we were just like picking up these random bits. And I got a message
Bottle
from
opener.
you.
How
was
many
like,
bottle openers did you have?
exactly,
many
like,
bottle
it
openers
was
we
such
donated.
a random little corner shop, and you're like,
It was like a Chinese shop, like a China shop here, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
but
was
in
like-
Dubai, which is like unheard of.
yeah,
It's
and
amazing.
and I got a message that was like, any chance you could pick up some cinnamon sticks? I'm like, are you shitting me?
Also, my favourite...
These people have never heard of cinnamon.
My favourite Ross moment is
Oh.
him having... Well, there's a few.
Careful.
But he had like a cycling bottle, like what are the bottles called?
A bidon,
No, the brand.
Camelback.
He had a Camelback bottle, but he'd made a gin and tonic in it with a cinnamon stick and like an orange
Of course he did.
wedge. And then he just dived in the pool with the whole entire thing.
He is the
but kept it
epitome
in
of
the air.
sophistication, isn't it?
He is the epitome of sophistication when it comes to gin. What a
He
great
looks-
question.
A great
You have
question,
to thank
isn't
him
it?
from that one.
The guy
Does he
that looks-
listen?
He-
Oh.
Well, hopefully he listens to this one, and if he does, I'm just wondering, what's your average kilometres per
Oh,
hour on your last
stop.
bike
Oh,
ride?
here we
Stop.
go.
Ross, come visit. He needs to come here. He'll
Come
be the
visit.
king of Ibiza.
Let's go ride a bike up a hill. It'd be fun.
Oh, you can't do that. That's a great question. Good
Good
one.
question.
That's a really
Nice.
good one. Nice one, Ross.
Well
I
done,
love that.
Ross.
I've got one from my mum.
Go on then.
Go on then.
If, and this can go to all of us, if they made a film of the story of your
Oh.
life, who is playing you?
Aww.
Helen Bonham Carter.
Helena Bonham
Why
Carter.
do I never say Helen?
Well, last time we talked about it, you said Helena.
Alana.
Helena
Love that.
Bonham Carter. Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I think that,
That
probably
makes real
works
sense,
actually
doesn't
because
it?
she's quirky as fuck and you're a bit
I
of a
would say
weirdo.
like Keira Knightley, but she's too skinny.
Are we basing this on
It's the
your
story-
life story or
Yeah.
Life story.
They're making a film about your life.
I probably
I guess
need
they, to a
various.
degree, do
Can I have
need to be able
various
to-
people?
look similar.
Various.
Yeah. 'cause
Well, who's playing you as a child? Who's playing you as an adult? Who's playing you as an old
Well,
person?
I don't know any child actors
I
because
don't
that's,
know any
and that's
child
weird.
actors.
I'm just going to go with Helena.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Alana.
Tiff's gone Helena Bonham Carter.
Helena Bonham. Yeah, I think that actually works for me.
Yeah, and she's a really good actress.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she can
Her
sort you out.
podcast with Louis Theroux was amazing.
Can we just also take a moment? There's that thing about her when she was in Harry Potter, isn't there? Where she
Plays
she
Hermione, who's
played
playing
Hermione,
her.
being played by what's her face, being played by.
Oh yeah, it's like acting
It's like 3 or 4
Inception.
levels deep of acting, and
Wow.
it's unreal.
Yeah,
because she
so
had to
good.
pretend to be another actress playing
Playing
her
another-
as another character. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
so weird. It's
See,
amazing.
But she's very good.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Who would you have?
Based on life story, I don't know many actresses that have done what I've done, but
Do you know who
Like,
I
who
think?
would you want to play you?
I would love.
I know who I would pick
Stop.
for Demi.
Go on.
No,
No,
go on.
her
It's your
first,
choice.
her
I
first.
would love. Oh, she's not even an actress; she's a singer. But I'm sure she can jump
Act,
careers.
yeah, yeah, of
she can
course,
skip.
yeah,
she
yeah,
can
fine.
do. She can do everything, can't she? Pixie Lott. I would love Pixie Lott.
Pixie Lott. Okay.
Who would you choose?
For Demi,
Yeah.
Margot Robbie.
Oh, love that.
Margot Robbie would be perfect.
Really?
I'm just seeing you
Yes.
sat there
See, I
right
would-
now
I
with your
would
big
have loved
sunglasses
that,
on.
but I wouldn't have
Yes.
said it because it's She's obviously
no, but you can change.
fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube
yes,
viewers,
yes,
because
yes,
they
yes,
can
yes.
see you,
Go on YouTube.
comment now. Do you think Margot Robbie could play Demi in
I
her life
reckon.
story? I
That's a
actually think
great
I've won
shout.
That's a
that.
great shout.
You're more
yeah.
than welcome.
I wouldn't have said it because obviously everyone
what's
wants
the
to
film?
look like Margot Robbie.
The recent one that we watched with Margot Robbie and like everyone famous was in it. You know exactly what I'm talking
I
about.
have
That's
no
really
idea
annoying.
what you're talking about.
Is it
And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hated that movie. Not gonna lie.
Really weird film.
Hated it.
It's very,
Absolutely hate
very Quentin Tarantino.
It was
Do you like Quentin
3 hours
Tarantino?
long.
Do you
I
like
don't know
No,
everyone-
stop. Do you like Quentin Tarantino movies?
Did you think it was
Well,
too
apparently
quirky?
not.
Do you like
Because I
Kill
don't
Bill?
Like this, no.
Oh, there you
Too
go.
quirky.
Do you know
That's
what I
your
didn't
issue.
like? The one thing I didn't like about the movie, Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, they didn't even be in the same scene as Margot Robbie until 3 minutes before it ended.
But that's a
It's the
very
whole
I know
Quentin
that's like,
Tarantino
that's his thing.
It's
but
a whole
it just
poignant
wasn't
thing.
me.
Poignant.
Sorry.
Poignant. Good word.
Thank you.
I just didn't. I think it was.
Yeah,
a
I
waste of
don't.
3
So
hours.
if you don't like Kill Bill, then you're fucked anyway, because the whole.
Quentin Tarantino is deliberately...
YouTube viewers can see that I've
quirky.
already spilled it
Ah,
down.
Oh, it's all right. Don't worry. YouTube doesn't care.
no
sorry,
judgments on
love you.
YouTube.
They're too busy right now writing comments about yes to Margot
I think
Robbie.
Margot Robbie would be perfect for you.
I like that.
What's the film where she steals all that shit?
Hustle.
Such a good film.
Good
Will
film
Smith.
with Will
Great
Smith.
film.
Love it.
Great,
Great film.
But let's be honest, we're all thinking
Why would
Wolf
you?
of Wall Street.
Why would you
Oh,
not?
Wolf of Wall Street,
why would you not
best
be
film
stuck in
ever.
a lift with like a female? You actually chose male people.
Because I cannot be trusted.
I chose a female also, but if Beyonce was
Yeah.
unavailable,
Yeah.
I think Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh. Do you think it'd
He's
be
a bit
intense?
preachy though, isn't he, these days?
Oh,
Isn't
do you
he a
think
bit
he'd
like-
try and save the world, wouldn't he?
I doubt he'd
care.
even be in the
Don't
elevator
care.
because he'd want to save electricity, so he'd use the stairs.
Can you
Right.
please check? Because I'm really worried about.
I
that
will
thing.
check, and then I'll come back and give my answer.
Can we also do some top ups? Everyone need a top up.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. While I'm topping up, Dems, what's your best IB for memory? Go.
Oh,
Excuse
God.
me, I haven't answered who
Oh,
we're playing
okay.
it.
All right. Well, I thought you were going to be longer than you said you were going to be.
Tom Hardy. Done. Move on.
Not
So-
a female.
What?
Stuck in a lift. We're doing stuck in a lift.
I thought we'd done Stuck in a Lift. We were now talking about who's going to play you in your film.
Oh yeah, of course.
Tom Hardy.
Lost.
And then you went, that's
drink
you
that?
need a female. Who's going to play me if a female had to play me?
Yeah, I'm on the wrong question.
Whoopi Goldberg.
What a legend she is, though.
She is
I
a
watched
legend,
Ghost the
though,
other
isn't
day.
she?
What a great film.
She was in Glee on like the last series. It was
Wow.
great.
Anyway, what was the next question? What's your best IB for
Best
memory?
IB for memory.
Go for it,
Yeah.
Demi.
that one
I've
up.
got it straight away. Well, I met Pixie Lott in Eden. Pixie Lott was
Did
my
you?
idol growing up. Like when I was about 18, I would just love the girl so much.
That's amazing.
And then I was in Eden. She was doing a set. Well, she was doing like a singing with Anton Powers.
yeah.
And I don't know how, but I ended up in the dressing room with her and with Pixie Lott, sat on a pool table chatting her ears off. My best friend is her makeup artist, so I was like, oh, I love Carly, she's so nice. Do you love her too? And then
That's incredible.
I think someone come up and was like, Pixie Lott needs to go on stage now, Demi. Leave her alone.
Can you
I was
please
like,
leave her alone,
Bye,
please?
I love you. Best memory.
That's
of
super
Ibiza.
cool.
It was like
Nice.
my little 18-year-old self was like, oh, thank you so much.
That's
love that you
really
have
I
good
those-
loved
memory.
Pixie Lott growing up.
That's
I think
an
you
amazing
get
memory.
those kind of moments in Ibiza that are just like, oh, moments.
And only in
that you-
Ibiza would anything like that happen. Imagine being sat on a pool table with Pixie Lott in Eden before
I've met
she
some
goes
serious.
on stage.
I've met some people in
That
Ibiza.
would never
It's
have
just-
happened
yeah.
anywhere.
What's
Only
yours?
Ibiza.
Other than getting married to you.
That's not even
Aw.
up there. Come on now. What's your best time?
Do you know what? There's you just have those
That's
sort of
cute.
like handful of.
okay.
It's up there as one of the best moments. You just have those handful of moments, probably just like those snapshots of certain nights out where you're just like,
Loving
gosh, like it
life.
couldn't get better.
Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to tell mine right now. I believe this is maybe night 2 or night 3 of my first ever visit to Ibiza. 2014, classic year.
Great, yeah.
And going to Pasha for the very first time. And so probably my first visit to a proper Ibiza nightclub. And there was a trapeze artist with
Oh, yes.
a
Butt plug.
with a butt plug with a laser in it.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I
that'd be
just remember
charming.
just sort of being like,
Beaver Rock's
is this a thing?
Yeah,
like,
it was a thing.
Is this really happening? Like, there's a lady and she's doing trapeze artistry above the crowd.
So when she's swinging around, it's like
and
lasers.
you're just like, oh, look,
Oh,
lasers.
oh,
Where's,
that's
hello.
different.
That's
Where's that
coming
coming from?
directly from her derriere. And I think that was probably a moment where I was just like, I fucking love Ibiza. What a place.
Yeah.
Oh,
You have many moments, I think. Like if you've been here long enough, like it's hard. You're hard to pinpoint one exact
yeah,
best
but
memory
you remember
because-
certain things. I think I have two really standout moments. Like I saw Tiesto in Pasha in 2012, and it was epic. And then we went to Space in 2012, I think, as well, and watched the sunrise on on Playa de Bossa Beach, and it was just one of those memories that you're never ever going to forget.
Yeah.
And it's the thing, and then I remember because we were all staying in San Ann and we did the sunrise, and then we came back and I had to walk all the way around from the bay to the town, and it was just such a trek, but you're still like really like happy from the night, and like you're just like, yeah, I'm fine, it's the sun's coming, it's daylight,
You're
but
just
I need
buzzing
to
off
sleep.
of the night, aren't you?
Yeah,
Like, it's
absolutely
such a-
buzzing off the
such
night,
a good
and that's
place,
really really good. Yeah, there's so many memories that I
There
know.
is,
I know.
but another one. Just listening to you sort of talking about the sunrise and stuff, and those sort of like little snapshots you have in your head. I remember one particular sunset that I went to with Adam, Fabulous, and Sarah in San Antonio, but not at Mambo's. We sort of walked down the coast a bit. I can't remember where we went to. There's a restaurant that has a really good. There's like a long wait list for a table there, but
On the
we
coast?
but we didn't go to a restaurant. We walked along the coast and sort of were by the rocks there. And I just remember it was like only the three of us, and where we ended up there was no one else around, and we were just
Lovely.
like, we're just going to watch sunset and
Yeah.
then go back into San Antonio. And I just remember that one being
Oh,
like
it was Hostel Tour. Hostel
I
Tour.
think
That's
he-
exactly
he-
where
near
it
there,
was.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been there. That
so
was
we didn't go
amazing
to
there.
there, but we were right next to it because
Yeah,
we
you
could
were
see
just
it
on
from
You
the
can
rocks.
go on the rocks.
You can just
yeah.
go on the
Oh, I've
rocks.
been
And
there
I
before,
just
it's
remember
beautiful.
we just watched that sunset and just being like, like you want to like bottle up that moment and just
Yeah.
be like, it
You
was
could
just
sell that on
awesome.
eBay.
It's
It
a
was just
magical,
awesome.
magical island. I know everyone says it's a magical island, but until you've like experienced
totally
it, or
is.
you've had a few years here, or even just been here on holiday a few times, like you're just captivated by the island.
Do you know, one of
and
my
the people that you meet here are just so like-minded
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
You just have such a good
one of my
Exactly.
biggest regrets in life is that it took me until I was 27 until I came to Ibiza. I kind of wish I'd come here in my early 20s.
Because you were adulting before that.
I was adulting and I was, let's be honest, boring. But like, it is a magical place. You come here and you fall in love with it.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
it's those moments that you can't really like pinpoint or go, it's because this happened that you fell in
Yeah.
love with it. You just do fall in love with being here. It's
Yeah.
just
And
an
like
awesome
even me
place to
being
be.
here now, nowhere's open, barely anywhere's open.
Yeah.
And I'm still like being here now. I'm like, this is the best place on earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nowhere
I
else
just
I'd rather
love
be.
it here so much. And I didn't come here last year. I was all like, I had my job in Dubai. I was all kind of wrapped up in Dubai life, and I thought I'll go to Ibiza for a few holidays, but that's about it. But now I've been here, even when nothing's open, I'm like, I love this island so much.
Yes.
I'm gonna come back next year, 100%.
Yeah.
You've already said
You're
like
ready to
next
go.
year is happening.
Ready
100%.
to go.
100%.
Lovely.
I love it here, like,
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing.
and it just goes to show like it's not just an island full of partying, because nowhere is open at the minute, and yet you still
Yeah.
Yeah.
having the
It's
best
very
time
different,
ever.
and yet it's still
It's not
nowhere
all
else I'd
about
rather be.
partying.
And
We went-
actually, I got a
beaches are
question
lovely.
that
That's
leads
so
on
nice.
perfectly to a question that I got from Daniel Wild on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
This is a person from the forum,
Maybe.
could be.
Sure.
Anyway, I know that Daniel Wild definitely comments and sort of likes a lot of our videos and stuff, but asked a question this week, and he said that in yesterday's vlog or one of our vlogs this week, you were walking around Santa Eulalia and you said that things had really picked up. Remember that busy day in Santa Eulalia
Yes.
that we were walking down there? But that was so busy that you were wondering whether there was some kind of event on or anything like that. How did things look when you've been driving around? Do you still get the feeling that Ibiza is properly opening up now?
I feel like it is open. There's a lot of cars, like this can be said in a really short amount of time. Like, it's busy. We've sat in traffic there's people in the bars. It's full.
Santa Ilaria earlier.
Santa
when we were
Ilaria
in the
today
town,
is just busy. And people think it's not. And I understand that a lot of people can't get here because of certain restrictions and things like that. But it is still busy. And I think if you have a holiday booked and you want to come here and you are able to, with a quarantine or whatever
if you can find a way
rules,
to make it work,
then and you're a lover of Ibiza, if you really want to
Then I
come
would
this
do it.
year, then you can. And I
If-
think that's
if all
very
you
simply
want-
put.
if all you ever do when you come to Ibiza, or all you want when you come to Ibiza, is to do super clubs, then
then
no,
obviously not.
no,
Yeah,
it's not
it's not-
open and
not
it's
open.
not
If
ready.
you want to
The
go
West
to a
End, as
beach
we've
or
already,
you want to go to a spa,
if you want to
or
go
you
to
want
an
eat
amazing,
well,
if you want to just be in a
Beautiful.
really nice place and a beautiful restaurant and go to a good bar, which is still open till 1-2 o'clock in the morning,
And get a great
Um,
suntan.
get a good suntan and just be around decent people,
Yeah.
it is well and truly open.
yes,
Like,
definitely. It's
and
very
Santa
easy
Ilaria
to
feels
answer.
that way. Like, we're obviously on the other side of the island to San Ann, which is typically where most people think that's where you go on holiday if you're going to go to Ibiza.
Mm-hmm.
But we were down there yesterday, today. It's busy. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of hustle and bustle. The town's open. The shops are open. The bars and restaurants are open. People are just having to wear your mask and you're fine. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's it.
That's
And
it, really.
Other than that, it's open.
I've got a question for you, my
Go for
friend.
it.
If you had to choose between having a barbecue, having your own pool, or having perfectly working air conditioning all throughout the house, which would you choose? That's from Tea Club on Spotlight. Thank you so much.
What a
Love that
question.
question.
Great
That loops in with last
question.
week's when you would have taken the air conditioning from the modern house.
Exactly.
Ah, well
Like
done, Demi.
it.
Demi's a
Well
listener.
remembered.
Demi's a
You-
listener. So just to recap, if I had
Have
to
your
choose,
own
be-
barbecue,
have a
having
barbecue,
have a pool, or have perfect air conditioning.
barbecue, pool, or air conditioning.
Perfect air conditioning.
Perfect air conditioning.
So you could
That's
have.
a good question. That's such a good question.
Oh, if you could only have one. Do you know what? I'm going to go with the air conditioning.
Over a barbecue? I
Well,
actually thought you'd say
Over a
barbecue.
swimming pool. I mean, we've
I
spoke a lot about swimming pools.
okay, let me
It's
justify
been
my thinking. All right, swimming pool. I don't have a swimming pool now. I've never lived somewhere where you have a swimming pool. Right. I also live 5 minutes away from a beach.
True that.
Right.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
I'd love a swimming pool. I don't need a swimming pool.
Yes.
Yep.
A barbecue, as many people know, is one of my most favourite things to have. We're going to have a barbecue this evening after
are
this
indeed.
podcast. I
And
cannot wait.
I'm like,
It's one of my. I like
barbecue now?
having my little bit of man time cooking meat over fire.
And then I don't
That's
have
like-
to do anything. I just chop up a
We will
salad.
do nothing. We will be so
It's
drunk
wonderful.
by then.
No, I know,
But
right?
if I didn't have that, I could obviously still like just cook on the hob, and you can still. It's
Yeah,
not the
that's
same,
okay.
but probably because it's so hot at the moment, which is why I've gone with this. Good
AC.
AC is invaluable. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And
I get you. I get
sometimes
your reasoning. I like it.
even just like sat in our home when we're at the desk trying to do some work, or even trying to get to sleep on a particularly hot or muggy night, like if you had the AC that we had in some of our places in Dubai,
Delightful.
But would you not find you would probably leave the house a lot less if you had air conditioning?
And that's the thing, like I
Probably.
love having
Good
all the I
point,
love having
Debbie.
all the doors open, and I really
We were talking yesterday
have
how
a
much
little
we like the
tussle.
breeze. Don't
Yeah,
we?
we-
like the breeze.
we do
You
have a
don't
little
get cold
tussle.
breeze in Dubai
Yeah.
a lot of the time, so it's something that you do appreciate and value when you move to another country.
Yeah.
So
We have a
very
little
good
tussle
question.
about
wow,
the
like
AC
there's so many
because-
different points that you
Yeah.
could bring up for that question.
yeah, because you love having all the doors open and getting a breeze coming through. It's not the coolest, but you do get a breeze coming through. And I always get to that point of the day going, can we just close these and put the AC on,
and I'm
please?
just like, nah.
And it's like fake cold.
Yeah.
But
I don't need fake
but
cold.
I'm a-
I just want
as we've
real
realised
breeze.
since
But
we
fake
moved here.
cold, like it makes
Makes you
like,
sick,
hurts
yeah,
your throat
makes
a
you-
little
hurts your
bit. And in these current times, you don't want to be having
You don't
a
want to
sore
be sick.
throat.
Exactly.
Don't throw fucking health matters at me.
Yeah, we
to
don't
try
talk
and
about
win
that on the
this
podcast. Shut up. Shut up.
COVID?
Can you quickly check the camera? 'Cause
I already did it.
I have a question for you.
It's already did it.
When?
I did it when you made me go over there about 10 minutes ago to make sure the
Anyway,
battery
okay,
was
so
working.
I have a question for you, and it says, and there will be background to this, can you deliver pizzas as well as phones out of the blue? And the background to this is, on my Insta story yesterday, I asked for questions via DM, but it was you eating a pizza, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And my boss, Claire Dobner, message, because we also ordered her a phone from Apple.
I'm using my contacts
On the same
and
day.
still getting
But
mates rates.
and it's
Thanks,
not
Roz.
it's not even a
Absolutely love you.
question, but I'd like to get into the background of this, because she said Idris Elba started his career as a pizza delivery guy in an advert. That was his first acting job.
Okay.
And that's why you eating pizza, you could be famous now. You could be the next Idris Elba.
Well, because I ate a pizza once.
Yeah, that's it. That's the whole question. Can you also deliver pizza to the Ink House?
Is this an indirect way of Claire Dobner asking me if I will take pizza to her house for her?
Basically, yeah.
All right, well, next time we go up there, we'll take pizza with us.
And a very quick question from GW on Spotlight. Have we had a dip in the sea yet?
We just
We
got
did
out
it
the sea.
today.
I got the
Literally.
question while we were at the beach,
That's
and that was
good
amazing.
timing.
And I
We-
loved it.
In
Today's-
fact, you two were in the sea quite a bit away, and I was like obviously looking after the bags, and I could hear both of you laughing from you being in the sea and me being
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
we're
well on
quite
the beach.
loud.
So
Really
I
quite
think
loud.
I
you
don't
had a
really-
great time.
You
I
had a
don't
great
really
time.
know
You
why
obviously
we
had
have
a really good
microphones.
time.
Like,
We don't need microphones.
Like, we could just shout once a week and most people could hear us.
Live broadcast across the world.
Interesting that you ask about pizza.
Oh, God.
Question from your sister, your baby sister.
Dave?
As you love pizza so much.
Oh, I do.
Question: do you fold your pizza when you eat it?
American style, because their pizzas are huge.
Depends how big the slices are. Because sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It very much depends on the pizza. Also, depends on the amount of toppings, because sometimes you need to fold it to hold the toppings. I could get very in-depth about the pizza right now.
It's probably too
I'm going to
deep.
give you a boring fact. I can't eat pizza without coleslaw on top.
You need to get out. Leave.
Demi.
Demi?
What, you can't eat pizza without
I won't.
coleslaw on
well,
top?
not that I can't. I won't eat pizza
I'm
not-
unless there's
no.
coleslaw on
No.
top of it.
Well, you
Coleslaw?
don't like coleslaw.
I hate coleslaw.
Well,
Oh, damn.
I
but
literally
why?
will
Dem,
act-
talk me through that.
Dems,
Like, what's
I'm
your
removing
thinking?
the
it's my
fan
mum
from your bedroom.
It's my mum's
You can't just
fault.
blame your mum. I mean,
Well,
you've
am
done it.
Blaming my mum because when I was younger, she used to feed me pizza with coleslaw on the top, and I loved it.
Absolutely not.
It's like having pineapple on top of your pizza. It's
So,
a nice, refreshing.
Is it
touch.
hot pizza, cold coleslaw?
Yes,
Coleslaw can't be cold. Hot. What?
yes. So when I'm
You
living in
can't
Dubai,
get in this conversation because you don't eat coleslaw. So you just
places
sit there
like
silent.
Domino's don't sell coleslaw.
Yeah,
in
they
the
shouldn't,
UK,
because it doesn't
places
belong on a
sell
pizza.
coleslaw.
Doesn't belong on a pizza,
I mean,
Demi.
If I'm gonna have
You-
pizza, I have to go out of my way, go to Waitrose, get.
Demi, do you
Demi.
do you believe in pineapple on a pizza?
I love pineapple on
So
pizza.
do I.
love it.
You
love
two?
Refreshing.
Oh, why don't you two get married?
Well,
Jesus Christ.
we said this yesterday when we had our
We were
cheese
sharing
naan.
our lovely
Loved our
England
cheese and garlic
together.
naan. Together. We went for a curry last night.
And I love of jet skis.
And yeah, just me and your best friend Tom. We were just sat there going, "Yeah, we'll share our peshwari. You two share." And I was
We had
just
a
like,
great time
"Hold
with
on,
our cheese and
hold
garlic
on.
naan."
These relationships are mixed up. Like, what's going on here?"
Me and
God.
Demi are going to buy a jet ski and we're just going to fuck off into the sun.
But you don't know the logins to your own bank account, so
I
you'll
don't
soon
need
run out
to.
of money.
Once
It's
I've
going to
got
be
my
a
jet
short-lived
ski.
dream, but
Very short-lived dream.
But for that small amount of time, we're
we're
going to
going
have
to
the
be
best
so
time.
happy.
My baby sister also asked me a question. I don't like the word baby sister. My little sister asked me a question. Have you ever sent a text/picture to the wrong person? If so, well, she said if so, elaborate. But yes or no? Just yes or no. Have
No.
you done it? You've never sent a text to the wrong person. You can say yes or no, and you don't have to elaborate.
I don't actually think I have. Oh, only thing I've done is sent kisses to my boss, which is obviously very awkward.
That's basically wrong. What about you? Yes or
So
no?
I actually, yes, absolutely.
I definitely yes, but I'm
Yeah?
not
Many
explain.
times.
I can't
I
think
actually
of
have a
one time I
recent
have.
story of this one.
Oh,
Since
God.
coming to Ibiza. It's not that big a deal. But you know Simon from Velo Club Ibiza.
Oh, yeah.
So
Did you
the
send
guy,
him a nice picture?
the guy, basically I did. So he is a guy. He runs a cycling club in Ibiza, and I've used his services a couple of times when I've come over. But when we first moved over, he helped put my bike together for me. So I just messaged him and said, "Do you mind just because I haven't got the tools or the knowledge to put my bike back together? Could you do it for me?" He did it for me.
See?
And he said, like, no need to pay me, just like get me a beer sometime. No problem. Like that's where the
That's
messages
it.
end.
Yeah.
Literally the day after he took my bike away, when we moved into this house, we got a delivery from Ibiza Delivers of like wine and beers and crisps from the Ashmores, my best friend
Yes.
and his wife. She's also my best friend. My best friends. Anyway, I know she listens and she's going to be like, hold on, I'm your best friend. You are. Sorry, Jessica. Anyway,
okay.
so that turned up. I took a picture of that delivery, so some beers and some wine and stuff, and I basically just needed to send it to, I think, to you or to my family to go, oh, we've had a delivery, or to the Ashmores.
Yes.
And really nice. I accidentally sent it to him. And the last thing he said was, yeah, just get me a beer sometime. The next thing that I sent him was a picture of like 2 bottles
So
of wine.
you're inviting him round
lots
for
of
a
beers,
romantic dinner.
and like he was like, oh, is this my thank you package? I was like, no, it's for... he knew, he was just laughing and he was like, yeah, it's cool, man. And I was like, no, I just need to get
That's
you.
awkward.
I was like,
That is
oh,
awkward.
awkward.
That is really awkward.
But I do still owe him the beer. I know he doesn't listen
Have
to
you
this,
been
but
bitten?
maybe. Oh, I'm
Oh.
being bitten. No,
You
I'm
are
not
being
getting-
bitten a lot. Being bitten
I've
a
been
lot.
bitten many
We're
times
at,
today.
We're at 105. Is the camera okay? Because I do want to check that. Because I worry because people were like, oh yeah, I'm just watching the black screen right now, but that's your fault. Okay, fine.
Are we good?
I've got 2 more questions. Do you want to carry on or no?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we should. I think
cool.
we're good. People, if they're not
I'm
enjoying
glad we're all wearing sunglasses because my eyes are drooping due to the amount of wine I've drank.
Have we finished
Not
now?
stopped
Not
drinking
yet.
wine since
I
I
know,
landed
that's
on
the
Wednesday. Normally, you know me, you've seen your Instagram
Yep.
stories. I can't handle one day.
No.
The next day I'm in bed all day. In
We'll
Ibiza,
be
for
okay.
some rad reason, you can just power through.
Yeah, you can.
You have the best time. You don't get a hangover
Yep.
until you get home, but you
Yeah,
don't care
that's
about
another
that.
thing to deal with.
Don't
isn't
care
It?
at all.
So I've got Becky Hale on Instagram who has sent a couple of questions. The first one is from her son, who I think it's her son.
I've got questions from people called Hale.
Becky Hale.
Well, no, I got
Anyway,
one from Mike Hale, but his question is from Becky.
Yeah, I've got Mike. I've got a question from Mike. From
Oh,
Becky.
okay.
Oh, this is great. So Becky Hale has messaged me, and your first question is from Jude, who is 8. And what a great name. Hey, Jude.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
Hey,
that's a great fucking song, isn't it?
Do you know, my nephew Wilder was almost called Jude.
Jude's a great name. I love that
I
name.
think it's a lovely name.
And but I
literally-
also, anytime I call anyone called Jude, I'm like, hey Jude.
Well, and this, literally, that's the
Which could
only
probably get
reason,
annoying for
from
said
what I
Jude. Had he been a child now.
But also, don't call
not really,
someone
no.
Jude and
Yeah.
not think about it in advance.
Well, from what I understand, the only reason my sister didn't call Wilder Jude
because I just sing the whole
is
time.
because
Hey Jude.
Tiff like ruined
you
it
must, for the rest of your life, just get Hey Jude.
I do it by accent. On
My
But
little
what a
brother gets
tune. I mean,
anyway,
do you know what? It's not a
'cause
bad
he's got
thing.
very blue eyes,
Mm.
and some people call him Jude because he's got like the lovely blue eyes.
It's actually a question for you from Jude,
Okay.
and it's what's your favourite restaurant in Ibiza?
Oh. Yeah, I mean, you have to go with your instinct, don't you?
Go on,
I know
is
what
your
you're going to
instinct?
say here.
Ibiza Rocks Bar,
Oh,
so I can have a chicken
no.
pitta.
I thought Catman.
I thought tapas.
I thought
Well,
wrong.
this is the problem. Is there are just so many for so many different reasons.
You
Yeah,
thought
I mean-
Kathmandu.
I thought for him Kathmandu, surely.
Tapas.
Kathmandu, best curry probably I've ever had, let alone on the island. Tapas, absolutely best tapas you've ever had, and we've got lots of memories there.
No.
Right now, probably because I'm so deep in the wine, I'm thinking
So
about a
much
chicken
wine.
pitta,
So
and all I
I
want is
could smash
Ibiza
a
Rocks Bar.
pitta. I don't know how we're going to cook a barbecue later.
Watch
Alright,
me.
Like,
not
we
gonna
get-
lie, very unpopular opinion maybe, but ship.
I've not
Ship
actually
in
ever eaten
San
at
Antonio.
Ship.
It's the only place that's been really, well, not the only place that's been open, but it's where we've been gathering all the people that I know. We've been gathering at the ship every day.
Yeah.
Going from the ship to the tropical. We've had breakfast in the ship. It is unreal. Breakfast in there is so good. And then we've been going back there and having dinner.
Lovely. And
And
it's
then
cheap.
going back there to have
But
drinks.
it's
in
like
the
cheap
night
Do
time.
you know what, though? When you
workers.
find a place,
And it's just like all
if
your
it's-
friends are there, and you're like, it
Exactly.
doesn't matter where we are. We're all having a great time. It's a nice place, and all my friends are here.
I love that.
If you've got a place, stick
That's
with
the
it.
kind of place.
I've
yeah.
got another question from Mike, age 38. I love that this is in brackets, the age. Are they, I guess they mean us, planning to stay in Ibiza forever?
Yes.
Yes. Easily.
This is where we live now. I'm going to get old, and
What, you're going to get old?
Yes, I'm going to get
Spoiler
old.
alert, Matt's going to get old.
Spoiler, Matt's already old.
Spoiler alert. YouTube episode 4036. Matt is now really old
Matt's
and
now-
still pottering around the garden.
Still like, why won't my vine grow?
Growing grapes.
I will get older than I am. I am
God.
already old.
Oh, God.
Yes, we do plan to live here forever. This
Yep,
is home.
that's
this
it.
is why we moved here. We're not going anywhere.
Leaving, that's it.
Can I
done.
do my questions from
See.
the Hales?
Yes, the hell.
First question. So this was sent by Mike Hale,
Hi, Mike.
but it was first question is from Becky to Tiff.
Ah.
Where does the best Bloody Mary on the island?
Wow,
don't get me
good
started.
question.
I love a Bloody Mary and I'm perfecting my own, so I would say the best is at Bennett Residence Ibiza.
You're really claiming that your Bloody Mary is better than anything else on the island.
Yes, right now.
You are that arrogant.
I'm a dick.
Love
Yes,
it.
I
Love
understand that.
it.
But
I've had
um,
Tiff last Bloody Marys. They're good.
They are pretty
They're
decent.
very good.
But okay, in the past couple of
Other
weeks.
than your own.
All right, I'm getting to it. I would say Project Social in San Ann is delightful, quite spicy as standard.
Project Social's not in San Ann, it's in Santa Laria.
Oh, that's what I mean. Why do I say that every time?
Because you're a
Maybe
prick.
the
Because I live it.
Magnum
My
of
heart.
Frozen.
No, my heart's in San. I say San Ann instead of Santa Ilaria
You wish you lived in San Ann.
so many
For the
times.
viewers.
To the viewers, just put wine on my leg, but that's okay.
I think mine's Can Bass.
I've not been to
Oh,
but also
wow.
I've
Can Bass
seen
Bloody Marys are
many a
brilliant.
Bloody Mary at Camimosas, and I've not had a Pike's one yet. So
Well,
I
I was going to say, have either of you ever had a Pike's Bloody Mary?
No,
I have.
I've
and it
not
was
even been to
incredible.
Pike since I've been here.
Pike's needs to happen in the next couple of weeks, or I'm
Yeah.
just going to fucking.
Maybe we
combust.
we're gonna record from Pike's. That's what's gonna happen.
Do that. 100% do that.
We're going to do this from Pike's.
Get Sunny as your just
Can you
special
imagine?
guest.
Sonny could sit and just have a
100%
chat with us.
Sunny's your special guest. That'd be great.
Then the next one from the Hales. This one comes from Evie, aged 10.
Aww. Hi,
Tiff,
Evie.
do you use TikTok?
Aww.
I want to do TikTok, and I think I'd be awesome. But Matt doesn't want to have any involvement.
I can't stand TikTok.
Oh, I think I'd be great. I think
I
I'd be
think
a
you'd be
great
good.
TikToker.
Are you a
Um,
TikToker, Demi?
Not actively, but
just
I
watch.
watch TikTok.
These are great questions. Thank you, Hales.
Yeah, I like the whole Jason Derulo's.
But like everyone, yeah, but that's like a thing, and
Yeah,
everyone
and it's
does
a
that.
thing.
And so I think I could really do that. But then Matt was like, I'm never going to do it with you. And I think if we did it together, it would be best. So
We
if,
already make
if,
so
if
much content.
10 people send us a message saying we should be on TikTok, we'll do it.
Okay, do you know what? I'm putting it out there. Emoji for
10.
this week. You have to send a stopwatch.
Oh,
TikTok.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
like it,
clever.
like
it. Right.
Send a stopwatch or a clock or whatever.
If we get 10 of them,
10 stopwatches.
10
I'm
stopwatches,
going to send 6.
you
I'm
can
gonna
open a
send-
TikTok account and we'll... You're going to create fake accounts, aren't you? You fuck.
That's great. Yeah, so
I
10.
want to see Matt going.
Oh, I don't want to TikTok. No, this is not happening. Guys, help me.
Oh,
I'm being
everyone
outnumbered.
post a TikTok clock. Go. That's a good emoji. I forgot we had to do an emoji. I always forget.
All right, question for Demi.
Oh,
Oh.
If you could make one improvement to the Bennett residence, what would you do? Garden, house, wherever.
The Bennett residence is spot on. Like, not gonna lie, you've got your double bedroom, you've got
Yay.
your private bathroom,
Yay.
you've got the breeze that we love.
yes.
There is nothing that I would.
Temperature's lovely right now.
Temperature's beautiful.
Beautiful.
You've got the little cats that come around every now and again. You've got everything you need. The only thing that would kind of finish it off to be the Bennett residence is obviously the wall, but that's on its way. So that's an improvement that's
I cannot wait to do
it's
the
on
wall.
its way.
The wall will be a
It's not something I would improve. It's something that next time I come is going to be apparent. So I'm looking forward to
That's
that.
really
Little
good.
explanation to people who are like, what do you mean the wall?
The wall.
Everywhere
the
that
wall.
we have lived together, Tiff and myself have always picked a wall in the house, usually the living room, where we basically dedicate that entire wall to putting lots of frames up,
It's
lots
so
of different
many
shapes,
memories.
sizes.
It's the
every-
best.
I can't wait. That's
It's
going to be
the
a day in
best I've ever
itself.
It's
seen.
usually
honestly, so
pictures that are memories or things that are sentimental in some way. So it tells a bit of a story, and we cover that wall. In fact, if you dedicated enough, you can scroll through both of our Instagrams. You'll find a picture of the wall.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, all of that wall got packed up into boxes in Dubai in January, and we haven't seen it since. So when that gets here, I cannot wait to put that up. And I think you're right. Until the wall is up,
and then it's officially the Bennett.
Yeah, until the wall is up.
But like
up, it's not our
aside from
place.
the wall, it's like my TripAdvisor review would be like 5 stars.
Thank you so much.
Out
do
of
we
5.
have a TripAdvisor or a check-in on Facebook?
We have a
or-
check-in on Facebook, Bennett Residence Ibiza. So
El
if you're on
Casio
Instagram,
Benetio.
you can do that. You could also follow us both on Instagram.
Oh, a nice casual plug.
Tiffy Bennett 1, MC Bennett 1, rock and roll.
I
But yeah,
I think I'm
great question.
That's a
Very
good
good
one.
question. But it's not something that's missing. It's something that's on its way.
I've had a random question just while we've been online from Sasha. Guac or salsa? Go. Quick fire.
Guaco salsa.
Guac or salsa?
Guac. 100%.
Guac.
Guac. Yeah.
Guac.
It
Absolutely
costs
guac.
more
Guac.
and it's tasty. Thanks, Sash. That's all I need. Is there any other questions?
I've got a couple, but do you know what? I'm going to
Shall
save
we
them
save
for
them
another
for
week.
next week?
Gonna
We
save
have
them.
done so well. Demi, how was your first podcast
I
been?
loved it. It's been so
Actually
good.
feels-
I was a little bit nervous at first. That's why I said, "Shall we do the Hyoba?"
And I feel like that might have fucked us over, but that's okay.
But honestly,
I think it set us up for success.
this year for me has been a year of putting yourself out of your comfort zone, doing things you would never think you could actually do. So this, for example, was a major thing that I never thought I could do. But I've actually been like, I loved it.
It's been so
It's
natural.
Yeah, but that should
I
be
really
the thing.
enjoyed
We
it.
like to just sit here, as we always say, we drink a bottle of wine and we talk shit.
And that's what we do.
That's it.
And
Have we finished the
talked a lot.
wine now?
Yes, I think we have finished
So
the
are
wine.
we now having another Urbas and calling it a day?
I don't know if I could do an herb. Are
You
you
are.
sure?
You're
You
doing
have
it.
to.
You're
Oh,
doing it.
okay then.
Tradition.
Pour an herbass. I
Come on
might
then.
die.
Well, thank you for listening, everyone. That was episode
Well, Dem
11.
That was a strong episode.
It's-
And
I think
it
it's-
is longer than usual, and I'm proud of everyone for going so far. And
But
I
you know
hope,
what?
I hope the video is still there.
It is. I mean, I know you've been paranoid for an hour and 15 minutes. I've been checking it every 15 minutes.
Oh,
It's
tea
fine.
towel, need it.
Tea
Um,
towel. Here you go.
Yeah, last week it was supposed to be the marathon, and then we said it would be back to normal.
There you go, love.
It turns out we
Well,
didn't go back
if
to
you
normal.
talk to like if you have a third person and the conversation is just longer, then that's how it goes, isn't it? Well, cheers everybody.
Thanks so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed that
Thank you.
episode.
My
We'll be
first
back
podcast.
next week. I do think that next week it will just be going back to just the two of us, unless somebody else rocks up and
I could have
we
another
do
one. I don't think I
we
can
do
handle
another
it.
three-way. But
They say three's a crowd. We've proved them wrong.
Well, but
We've
thank
had a good
you.
time, haven't we?
Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for joining us, Demi.
Thanks for having
Thank you,
me.
Matt, for not
I
being a
love
complete
this. So
dick.
good.
And we'll see you next week then. Okay. Bye.
bye.
Bye.